So the next part of our Japan adventure took us into Okayama. What a cool place to get to see. The hotel that we ended up staying at had glass in the back, and it ended up being able to see part of that 400-year-old wall that was the original stone wall
that the castle sits up on top of. So as you walk around, it's a tiered wall, and the castle's actually up on that wall, which is really neat to be just out the back window of the hotel.
Yeah, so that also shows you how close we were to the castle as well. So we were a really short distance just to get there. So we did a wonderful walk, absolutely beautiful by the river, and then when you get to see the castle, is it ever neat?
The castle isn't the original because it was actually destroyed, burnt down in a fire in World War II. So it was about 20 years before they decided to rebuild it and bring it back to its original state using the original blueprints. And those are actually displayed inside, which is really cool. So they've turned it into more of a museum, an interactive museum. The interactive side of it is amazing. The kids had so much fun.
Oh my gosh, pick up the swords. You get to, because you get to see all the swords on display, but to actually get to pick one up to notice how heavy they actually are. See the old latrine as well, which Chase loved. But you get to see so much more about it and walking around and get to see kind of how things used to be, and I loved that aspect.
One thing that the kids found really fun was just the height of samurai is exactly the height that they currently were. So they thought that was so much fun that they are the height of what samurais were.
Yeah, and I thought that was neat. And the views from up top, the entire top of it is all open, and you get to see the views of Okayama. Beautiful, beautiful views from up there.
As they used it as the lookout tower, and you can kind of slide the shutters open and get a view of everything, including the beautiful gardens across the river, which we headed to next. Oddly, again, we didn't do too much research going in. We were just
Flying by the seat of our pants.
Yeah, really. That's how we did Japan and missed out on some great opportunities because of it. But we got to see some other things. To see this garden, which was pretty cool because it turns out it's one of 3 great gardens of Japan. So it was actually originally established in the 1700s. Wasn't open to the public until mid 1800s, and we got to see that. So that was
very tranquil.
Yeah,
that was a nice, quiet and just picturesque in the Okayama Castle Gardens absolutely spectacular. Palms everywhere, water. Definitely a place I would recommend to go. It is spectacular. The kids are having a great time too. There's koi fish everywhere and turtles everywhere.
You
I
can
can
really
see
spend
why
a good
it,
afternoon going around there,
Yeah.
enjoying your time, having some tea. It's a really beautiful place.
I can see why it's one of the top 3 gardens to go to Japan and see.
Yeah.
It was beautiful, even in
Yeah.
September. Loved it.
So, with that, we only actually kind of managed to do those couple things because we took the bullet train over from Osaka and got there kind of midday. We had read some blogs that Okayama could be kind of done in a day. Again, we didn't really run through our research until we were on our way there. Saw a couple things we wanted to see. Didn't realize we were missing out on fun things like checking out the old Edo village just outside or at the edge of Okayama, or their temples,
Yeah.
including a 5-story pagoda that was one of the last ever built
Yeah.
in Japan. So really wish we had a couple days there. It was such a different place to go from everywhere else we'd been. It was a lot quieter.
Very
I don't know if
calm.
it was time of year, but
Yeah.
wasn't a lot of tourists there. It didn't have that tourist vibe.
Yeah.
A lot more authentic Japan. So
Yeah.
hope maybe one day we'll get the opportunity to go back there
Love to.
and do it right and see some of the things we missed. But yeah, I actually quite liked Okayama, even though it was very, very brief visit. Yeah.
Yeah, also Okayama Castle at nighttime.
Oh.
Very cool to see. So if you end up going there, try to get out, even if it's just for a couple minutes, even if you're exhausted, just get out and check out this castle at nighttime. It is actually quite unique. And
Yeah, black with white trim. So,
it lights
so the
up.
Black Castle, or the Crow Castle, I guess as it's known,
Yeah.
was built in contrast on purpose with the Himeji castles,
Yeah.
which is all white. So this one, is really, really neat at night. So it's just a glowing white border over the black
Yeah.
walls, and
Very cool.
absolutely stunning to see.
Yeah.
So little video clip, but yeah, it doesn't really do it justice.
No,
Yeah, you have to see it in person.
have to see it in person. Definitely a neat place to go see. And the kids, again, the interaction within the castle, definitely recommend going with your family.
They love that. They love
Yeah.
the gardens. Check out Okayama.
Yes.
You do yours first. Picture? Oh, it's already there.
Good job, well done. Okay, that's your cotton candy.
Yay!
It's like a flag.
Oh, it actually tastes like something. I'll try it.
There you go. Whoa, look at that one.